Hey guys, welcome back to Laughing Willow Farms. I want to take you in and see how warm it is inside this greenhouse we just had. So I've got a hygrometer here and a thermometer. It's showing 63, and that's with the window open. It's 40 degrees outside, so I feel really good about that. This is cool actually. I'll link it. This is my first time using it, but this uses an app on your phone. And so then you're able to see, like from inside my house, how the temperature is reading and how the humidity is reading. So I know, like, if it's getting too cold at night, I can come and move the seedlings. Or if it's getting too, hot, I can come and open some more windows. This has more availability to open windows up here at the top. But I'm really excited with how warm it feels. So I feel like that wasn't too hard for us to set up. Obviously, you saw in the video that Robert set most of it up. I was just here for moral support. I would say if you watch the YouTube video a few times ahead of time, it just makes it a little bit easier because the instructions aren't super duper clear. But all in all, like now that we've done it once, super easy to set up, would take less than 10 minutes. It really only took us 15 minutes to set it up. And then there's stakes in the ground. They're pretty long stakes. They're like this big that'll go in the ground in each spot where there's a pole. So I feel like it'll be pretty stable. We'll just have to see and watch it. Texas is known to get some pretty high winds at times, so we'll just have to watch and see how stable that it is. If it's too unstable, we may have to come up with something else to rig it more safely in the ground. But the reviews I read is that it stays in the ground pretty good. So I'm really excited to have a little warm spot to come and put my seeds in. So the idea is that we're just going to put a few tables just around the sides. I'll be able to fit plenty. I mean, this is just for us, and I'll be able to start hundreds of seeds. Last year was crazy. It was my first time to start seeds, and I was bringing in and outside all these little trays every day as I was hardening them off. I didn't even have a warmer for my seeds to start or grow lights or anything. I do have grow lights set up inside, and so I may start some in there and then move them out here. We'll just kind of see. Also gives me the ability to put them under some lights if we do get some really cold icy days. It's February right now. We just had 5 days of ice, and so I wouldn't be surprised if we had one more little snap of that. If that happens, we'll just take everything back inside. But it's always kind of the cold and icy that makes me excited to start seeds. This is my third time to do it, and so since it was cold and icy yesterday, I'm gonna go inside and start some seeds. All right, so I'm just gonna chat with you guys while I seed start. I feel like people do these seed starting videos and they have so much wisdom to give while they're starting seeds. But the thing is I'm brand new to this, and so I'm not gonna necessarily share wisdom as much as just encouragement of growing a garden and why you should go grow a garden, and maybe just why you shouldn't be afraid to fail with growing a garden. I feel like so many people are afraid to fail. I've been afraid to fail. I had failed before, and so it kind of impacted me wanting to go for it again. And so I just wanted to encourage everybody, go for it, grow a garden. First of all, I do love these little guys. These are reusable. They're like solid hard plastic, and then the bottom is silicone and soft. They're also numbered, and then they have trays in the bottom so that they can bottom water. And I really like these because I can use them kind of forever, but also I can keep track of what I'm growing on a sheet of paper instead of using, popsicle sticks or something like that. I'm gonna start seeds a few different ways, but I'll definitely use these. In this little group, I'm just going to be starting a couple different herbs and things. So I've got yarrow, I've got holy basil, lemon basil, feverfew, nasturtium, and borage. When I say I don't know what I'm doing, I've had a couple of, tries and fails, and so I am learning, but there is a huge learning curve for growing, So see, I'm even looking at the back. This is part 2 of my seed starting from last week's video because the filming didn't go quite right. But everything did germinate with the exception of 2 things that I planted. So I was super excited about that. And we weren't able to use the greenhouse that we have at night because it was too cold, so we've heated it, and now I'm starting more today so that we can actually germinate and do more because I can't keep everything inside. Yes, I'm gonna fill all these up. My plan is even if I don't plant these out, I'm gonna give them to people. I've kind of found that if I give them a plant or 2, it inspires them to go do it because they're a little bit less afraid of failing. I don't know, something about like it's not their own financial investment, or I can't explain it, but every time somebody comes over and I give them a plant, they leave like so inspired and excited. So that's kind of my plan with the rest of these that I'm not going to use. I mean, even the amount of peppers, I cannot begin to plant the amount that I'm going to sow and grow. So pretty much we'll use what we need to in our garden, and then I'll give the rest of them away. I kind of think it just takes a little bit to inspire someone to give it a go and try gardening. Every little conversation that I have about gardening, I feel like the person leaves and then later they text me and they're like, oh, I started parsley in my backyard or whatever, or next year I'm going to do a garden. You know, they tell me that they're planning to do it. So I don't know, just trying to spark a little bit of encouragement and remind people that they can grow a garden. They don't have to have a huge space like we have to start it. I'm trying to spark joy in gardening. But thanks for hanging out with us the last week of our seed starting adventure, and go grow something.
Windows down, scattered clouds, smell of spring outside, open road, you sitting close, let's go somewhere far away, 'cause if all I have is you, then I'll be just fine. Just fine. Heading for the western shore, while the sun it slowly fades. Days are full, and I'll spend them with you. So let's go somewhere far